Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om.
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 Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om. Papa has been strongly prompting all of us to dwell on God remembrance always. It's nice to hear, but very difficult to practice. Still, we should not dilute and make an earnest effort. We are not used to it. The mind is not conditioned to it. But yesterday's anecdote you all remember, no? Such things might help us, no? That old, grand old lady when she was writing the Ramnam, it was illegible or not readable. So the son or grandson, when they looked at it, they mocked at her and said, "What is that you are writing? Nobody can read." But with a poised look, spontaneously she said, "Ram knows." The more we think about that particular anecdote, even the so-called labeled spiritual practices, do we remember him? But here this grandma says, "Ram knows." That is enough. The purpose of writing or purpose of chanting is to have that relationship with him, remembrance about him. She is very clear. Whether it is readable for others or not, it is definitely readable to Ram, who is seated within. He is the one who is prompting. The simple fact is, he is the one who is prompting. But if we are thinking about others, that means I am separate from others, then we observe all these norms. It should be legible, readable, impressive, presentable. Again, kindly think about it. This is something very, very profound idea is lying in it. So even in our spiritual practices, unknowingly we neglect this aspect. Unknowingly. When I write or when I chant, do I remember the purpose for which it is written and the chanting? Again and again, the granny comes before us and stands before us. In one of the articles, Papa talks about self-surrender. Because we are not in a position to keep up this constancy, in remembering him. We should also supplement so many things. That is how the word surrender comes. Because the moment we remember him, surrender has already taken place. But we are not in a position to keep it up. The moment we remember him, that he is the force behind even this talk. He is the force behind even the chanting. He is the force behind my thinking. He is the force behind my indriyas working. He is the force behind my thinking. Like that, So then the surrender has already taken place. So remembrance is the easiest word by which, because the moment you say surrender, as if, it is something very difficult for us. But in that, Papa says that when I get some negative thoughts, when I get some cravings, when I get some desires, and one part of my mind says, after reading scriptures or the Mahatma say, that everything happens only by His will. What does it mean? Here, Papa answers, probably this might help us again even in remembering Him. The teachings of saints and sages in respect of self-surrender have been largely misunderstood by those who are on the divine path. They make a travesty of the illuminating advice offered by these great souls. Self-surrender does not mean a license to do anything and everything which the mind dictates one to do. But normally we say, God's will. To be more blunt, whenever it suits us, we will say God's will. Otherwise, I will say, I will do it. I have done it. I don't bring God there. But whenever it suits us, people used to say, Papa prompted me. As if Papa only prompted that. Papa is prompting every time. So here, in order to clear that misunderstanding, Papa brings out everything clearly. It is true, all things in the universe happen according to the will of the Supreme Being. This will works through two natures, the higher and the lower. When it works on the lower plane, the jiva under its influence gets entangled in the toils of karma, assumes an ego sense, falls prey to the attraction of the senses, becomes oblivious of its divinity, undergoes untold misery and suffering. Here the surrender is not to a higher force, but to a lower one. So whenever I give in, I should know that I have surrendered to the lower nature. So God has given us the higher nature, the lower nature. Everything happens only by His will. When I work it through the lower nature, all the deplorable things happen through me. When I surrender to the higher nature, all noble things happen through me. So remembrance of God alone makes us to link ourselves with the higher nature. Think about it. Here the surrender is not to a higher force, but to a lower one which drives him to do actions of impure, violent, asuric character. The object of the jiva is to be free from the clutches of the lower nature and hand himself over to the higher nature, which is for the time being hidden or latent in him. So he invokes the divine being within him by constant remembrance and meditation. When we remember this word meditation here again, how much Papa gives importance for this. When he took sannyas, you all remember, he took 3 vows. He also repeated. The first 2, you remember? Henceforth, this life will be dedicated exclusively for the concentrate meditation and service of Ram. That is the first vow. Second one is that we look all ladies as mothers. Third one is we will live purely on alms procured by Diksha. Most important one is this life will be exclusively dedicated to the meditation of and the service of Ram. The meditation, that means constant remembrance. So when does it get affected? It gets affected whenever I surrender to the lower nature. In order that I don't surrender to the lower nature, I must keep on bringing God dimension. Then I will, Papa himself has said, then you forget God, you commit mistakes. That means the lower nature. There the ego assumes. So this is very clear now. In me there are two natures. One is the higher nature, the other one is the lower nature. When I surrender to the lower nature, all these, that which we now name it as negative, that which is, pulling away from God, me to me, 100% me to me is lower nature. Everything I relate to me, the individual. Everything. So when I have to connect myself with the higher nature, I should remember higher nature, That means God has given me two natures, the God remembrance should come, There comes this meditation. Deeper. That means nothing, I don't get carried away by anything superficial. Anything on the surface level. We can joke, we can smile, we can do anything. But nothing should affect us the core within. We'll continue the article. So he invokes the divine being within him by constant remembrance and meditation. Withdraws himself from the lower nature, surrenders to the higher. Hence, the sadhaka is enjoined upon to perform the necessary sadhana for control of mind and keep it ever in tune with the divine so that he can subdue his asuric nature and reveal the divine nature. So whenever we say we are surrendered, now we go back to the universal prayer we are repeating. O Lord of the universe, you are the creator, protector, destroyer of the world. I come in all humility to thy holy feet and surrender myself entirely to thee. That means, in other words, I am surrendering myself to the higher nature. Higher nature in me. So this prayer will help, this nama will help, bhajan will help, satsang will help, selfless activity will help, value-based life helps. Me to be, me to be, me to be, me to be. That is surrender to the higher nature. We should also know that we shouldn't confuse ourselves. People who have got simple faith, they don't need anything. Just like that granny. People like us, who don't have simple faith, strong faith, at the same time our intellect also start working. Something of it is there, something of this is also there. That is why we need all this clarification. Otherwise we don't need any clarification. For a simple bhakta, nothing else is needed. He is always in remembrance of him. The granny did not get offended because somebody remarked it is illegible. She did not argue, she did not justify it. She only said the plain truth. Ram knows everything. It is for knowing Ram, we are writing, we are chanting. And Ram can understand, Ram can read. She did not say that, but we can add all these words. Ram can read, Ram can understand, Ram can feel. Ram has given me this equipment, so when the equipment is not fully alright, he will not blame. He is responsible. So the surrender has already taken place. They don't need any certificate, any any intellectual jugglery. They don't need anything to know. But we have surrendered. That is why all this clarification. Why Papa kept on doing it? Because Papa has passed through that stage, He was also trying to question everything in the world. And then only he was able to get the answers and then get stabilized. We should be very, very clear. So this is addressed to people like us. If our surrender has become total, we don't have to go through all these things. All that we have to do is we have to devise a method by which we remember it. Whenever we are unable to remember, we intensify our sadhana. We know the reason. Since the sadhaka is enjoined upon to perform the necessary sadhana for control of mind and keep it ever in tune with the divine, so that he can subdue his asuric nature and reveal the divine nature. When the jiva obtains the fruit of his sadhana, he becomes free from ignorance and thereafter lives and acts in the state of cosmic consciousness, looking upon all beings and creatures as expressions of his own real immortal self. So God's power works, no doubt, in all beings and creatures through their higher or lower nature. But yours is to live the higher life in consonance with the divine will by purifying and divinizing your thought, feeling and action. The murderer, the robber, the sexual pervert are no doubt doing things by God's power. Here the power works in them through their lower nature. Yours is not to be like them, or to mold your life according to the impulses and promptings of the lower or asuric nature. The mission of saints is to awaken the erring souls to the consciousness of their divine nature and infuse in them strength to battle against the obstructions that stand between him and God. We have the beautiful moral of Ramayana before us. What happened on the battlefield in which Rama and Ravana fought with each other is taking place in the hearts of all sadhakas. You have known that Rama and Ravana are two aspects of the same power of the Absolute. The one is divine, the other is Jamaican. Ravana can rightly be compared to the ego, Rama to the supreme deity within man. Nothing short of the destruction of the ego sense can liberate the jiva from its thraldom and attain Godhood. So, when he said, Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mam anusmaridyecha, at all times and in all places, remember me and fight the battle of life. For the past few days now, don't you think that Papa is not allowing us to go away from this remembrance? Because ultimately everything bureaus to that. Every time I should know whether this is being fulfilled. So many ups and downs come in our life. We are shaken, we are disturbed. But in the shortest possible time, we should know that there must be some hidden purpose behind it. Because God is the creator. He is not merely the creator or protector, he is also the destroyer. So if we, during our pause moments, that is called meditation, During our pause moment, whenever we are free, we go dive deep into it. And somehow connect ourselves with him.
Swami, if we all look on the gospel before they cannot come near you, if we on this end, then the mosquitoes will come. Cold. Go ahead.
Remember, God Himself is waiting within us to be expressed through us. What a beautiful word. Remember, God Himself is waiting within us to be expressed through us. So when this word we can understand only when the sense of individuality tries to surrender to the higher nature, then He reveals it. Whenever we try to identify with our lower nature, He is sitting inside. Something. Please think over it. All our spiritual practices should ultimately end in remembrance. Only through remembrance we can, the sense of individuality can hand over everything to Him, lock, stock and barrel. And in one of his quotations he said, the world we live in is a school in which observation and experience offer us immense possibilities for self-improvement. Nay, the world itself is Guru or God. So when I see a broomstick, when I see my glass, when I see my dress, suppose I start looking at it with this bhavana. Everything, when I actually use it, probably I may not be able to do it. Impulsively I may do action. But there are past moments, given to us by Him. And during that past moment, we try to analyze all these things. Impact will be there. That is why Papa used the word, this henceforth, this life will be dedicated. What is the exact word? This life be henceforth entirely consecrated to meditation in the service of Sri Ram. That means dwelling upon this, how to keep, you are there, moving and unmoving, sentient and insentient. Please enable me to see, not in any other form. In that form itself, let me not try that when I say God, I should impose something on the image or situation or individual and then see. No. That image itself, that situation itself, that individual itself. During past moments, initially. That is why every day, every now and then, he was resorting to solitude. To dwell more and more on this. And that exercise was explicit in the outpourings, heart pourings. Nobody else was there. He and Ram, that's all. That mysterious power in him and he. And later on when we thought, wow, that means even after this 7 to 8 months of intense, sadhana, coupled with this throwing entirely at the feet of God, he was in quest of God. And later on, after 3 years or 4 years, he wrote it at the feet of God. And what was its content? The main content is again the dialogue between him and the Almighty in the form of the Mother. All these point out to us that we should become more and more introvert, more and more inward in inward journey. It doesn't mean that you have to withdraw totally from any field. No. Whenever there is a call, even if period ever so small, he writes, even if the period ever so small, just think about all these words now give us some idea. So whenever free from worldly duties, be the period ever so small, he would meditate on Ram. First chapter. Unknowingly, we have forgotten the word meditate there. Chanting is for keep up that meditation, whatever we have experienced during the period. To keep up that flow, we have been asked to chant. Meditated and chanted. First he said only meditation. So people like us who don't have the simple faith that God does everything, we have to struggle to tame our intellect and mind by going inward. And trying to connect. When we are in tune with the infinite, things start to happen automatically without any effort on our part. Life gets into an auto mode. Whenever we encounter a problem, we feel confident that the power within us can easily handle it and that it will be solved with ease. All the things that we were earlier chasing like money, fame, power will now start to chase us. Life starts working the way we always wanted and things just keep falling into their proper place. The problem is we seem to know all. There seems to be nothing new about what we have discussed. We have either heard or read it somewhere. But knowing is not doing. Doing is doing. Papa has written. And different contexts. He has answered all the problems confronted by an aspirant who is very much with activity, who wants to lead a spiritual life, but at the same time who is unable to have a grip in the spiritual journey. Tries in so many ways. Then suddenly we come across this word remembrance. So we have to redefine the word remembrance. If we try to borrow the words of somebody else, even if Papa's words, they will not be able to understand. We have to open up our own dictionary, find out the real meaning of surrender, remembrance. Because that process alone will enable us to reach the stage of doing. Knowing is not doing, doing is doing. Knowing comes from external sources that we have been blessed with. And to a very great extent we have got some direction. To a very great extent it has helped us to fix the priority. To a very great extent it has enabled us to know every now and then where we have worked, which are the areas to improve. All these things have come from external aid. But still we find, the pivotal thing, which is called remembrance. It doesn't stay with me. When I react to events and individuals, only I come there. So we feel now that we should go deep within and find an answer find a definition, find the meaning of the word remembrance. What exactly is remembrance? What do I mean by remembrance? What do I mean by meditation on Him? What do I mean by attributes? Other thing has come from external. For getting guidance, okay, lamp, hand post, If the hand post is not there, we will not go to that particular place. But we have to travel, na? Hand post will not take us. If hand post has the capacity to take us, it would have taken everybody now. All Mahatmas have shared with us their experiences. And it is in clear black and white in books. But we know it has not taken us to the destination which we have conceived as our destination. So I start thinking now, how do I do that? So remembrance, about which Papa has been hammering now for the past 10 days, drawing the particular sloka from Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Anusmara, that is why, Mam Anusmara. Constantly remember. So then we come to know that we are not used to remember the way in which we remember other things. We have got an idea, to remember. When we meet somebody, we remember our past association. We connect ourselves with him properly. Hari Om, good morning, everything we say that. Immediately the remembrance. What does it mean? What does it mean? What happens when I do that? Where from this memory comes? Like that I should go. So that I will know the real meaning of remembrance for me. Then probably that may lead me to the goal. So all Mahatmas, during their sadhana period, they tried to understand the meaning in their own language. That is why initially when we were chanting this, we were inspired by the universal prayer. Personally, when we started coming to this ashram, second trip or third trip, the universal prayer was printed in a, you all remember, in a big, many people used to frame it and keep it. Name is God and the universal prayer. Then it came in a small pocket size. Something is there, but we are not applying our mind intensely on every word of it. Okay, LKG, UK. But something was there, Because that prayer itself is complete. And then we were asked to attend the Arati. Though we did not know Marathi, later on we started asking meaning, and then we came to know that every day we are asserting that wherever I place my head, it is on your lap. Whoever I see, it is your form. So I have been hammering this, though as an individual I have not reached that stage. But every day I am reminded of the ideal to be scaled by me. All those things are 100% right. But where are we now? In spite of all these for decades together. So that means we have not taken out the meaning from ourselves to the word remembrance. And the moment we get that meaning, we will be able to stretch it. In all our worldly matters, when we try to understand it in our own way, it stays with us. When we learn typewriting, the blind system, AF, DF, GF, semicolon, LJK, when you do that, you initially do that, then it stays with us, I not that somebody tells me and I hear and I go. I have to practice. Doing is doing. And then it stays with me. But here what happens? I only repeat the word. Now we understand. I repeat the word, I read the book, I read the slogas. But there ends the matter. And I keep on feeling that I am yet to scale. You are right, you are yet to scale, but why? In all other matters, what you have done is, some background will be given, and then you practice it, and then you master it. Trial and error method helps you, and finally you get the clue, the skill, the know-how. That nobody can teach us. Only by our own practice we have been able to do that. Now we realize, if remembrance has to become a reality in me, I must, not this hearing only, I must apply. That's why Papa used the word meditation. The inward journey, introvertedness, making myself one with the idea through practice. Meditation and service. Henceforth, the life will be consecrated. It's a beautiful word. Consecrated. It applies to everybody, not only to people who have any. It's a commitment. And they have provided a beautiful ashram like Ananda Ashram and a beautiful programs here. Everything is there. I am also joining. Apparently I am joining. But now the time has come for me to check up whether it boils down to this remembrance. If the answer is no, I have to struggle hard and somehow practice a method which is okay for me. Let us, Papa wants us to hammer this. You go within and find out. That is meditation. Remember, God Himself is waiting within us to be expressed through us.
Expressed through us means God is waiting inside to be expressed through human.
God is seated within, but at the moment only individual is coming out, expressing itself. But if He has to express, He is waiting to express, provided we identify ourselves with the higher nature. The choice is given to us. Why He has given, we cannot ask. Probably we can link it to our prarabdha, or karmic rank. But now, forget about all those things. He has drawn us here. He has taken us so far. But even after taking, are we concentrating on this aspect of remembrance? He keeps on harping that word, remembrance, constant remembrance. How to bring that? The toughest uphill task. We are not used to it, even under the band of spirituality, we engage ourselves in some activity, that's all. It's an activity, to be blunt. Everything is an activity. We are not taking pains to link ourselves. The granny yesterday, she reminds us, Ram knows my writing. Has that dimension come in our mind by chanting and writing? We have to do a lot of thinking about it. Papa is throwing light on these aspects. And this nobody else can do, only we ourselves can do by ourselves. On ourselves, by ourselves, to ourselves. So let us all pray to Him who is seated within, who is giving us all these thoughts now, who is slowly trying to open up our mind. At the same time, assuring us that whatever you have done so far will not go in vain. But don't get stuck there. Go, move forward. Move forward. Your aim is to get stabilized in the remembrance. All other preparatory measures you have been trying, but this vital point you are not given the needed concentration. So please do that. This is what Papa is. By making us to go through all these again and again and again, He is indirectly or directly prompting us to concentrate on this aspect while we carry on with all our spiritual disciplines, so that it will not slip into an activity. It will connect us with Him. Even that activity helps us, no doubt. He has prompted us to involve ourselves in the activity, but now He is prompting us, don't get stuck. Aage chal. You have to keep on moving. So let us all pray to Him deeply, somehow to ignite, You please ignite our aspiration. After the session again, we are back to our usual thoughts, routine thoughts. Unknowingly dilutes the tempo that is set in by going through all these thoughts. Please help us to maintain the same tempo. Hari Om. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram Om. 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 Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.